So this is going to be the midterm. So this is in week 7 folder of your Blackboard assignments area. And you'll see here the in-class review that we did today. That's the YouTube video of that. Then here's the completed spreadsheet from that same class. And then the two items for the midterm are going to be your resource document right here and the midterm itself right here. So this is what the resource document looks like. It's a PDF and it's 6 pages long. The first page is just a trial balance that gives you just the starting balances in all these accounts. Then the second page is some journal entries that you're going to want to do. And like I said, I recommend that you print out this resource document, do everything on the paper first, and then transfer it over. Then you see T-charts, and they already have the balances filled in from that first trial balance. So you will just have to add the numbers that you got from these journal entries here to these T-charts. And then once you have those numbers added, you'll want to go ahead and fill in the net totals from each account into either the debit or the credit side here. And then you'll go through and do some adjusting journal entries, so some more entries here. After you do those, you'll want to transfer any balances from those entries again back to your T-charts, and you'll get some new balances on some of those T-charts. And using those new balances, you'll go through and do the adjusted trial balance. Again, make sure you've done your adjusting entries and posted those to the T-charts that you already started before you do the adjusted trial balance. But you'll again fill out either the debit or the credit side of that. Okay, so those are all the pages of the resource document. Now I'm going to focus more on the numbering system and how you will be graded on this. Okay, so I'm going to leave that open. I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to open up my midterm. I'm going to go ahead and push begin. So your first, like I said, the first 20 questions are going to be true false. So you can see all those there. So that's pretty self-explanatory. If you don't know the answer, just try to look it up in your book. Once you get to question 21, that corresponds with your resource document right here. You'll see that this journal entry right here, $1,000 of office supplies are purchased for cash, is the same one that you see right here, journalized $1,000 of office supplies are purchased with cash. Okay, so you pick the right answer there. And if you've already done the paper version of all of these journal entries, you'll just have to go through and say, okay, number 21, what did I do for this journal entry, and find whatever you did in the answer choices here for 21. So you'll keep going through those. You'll do all the journal entries listed, and then when you get to question number 29, this is your unadjusted trial balance. So if we scroll down here to our unadjusted trial balance, you'll see that if you filled this out, that corresponds starting with number 29 right there. So number 29 over here, you'll pick a letter A through U, and that letter corresponds with these numbers over here, A through U, and you'll find whatever's the right one from what you have entered here. So it's either going to be a debit or a credit and a certain amount. So for example, and I'm not saying this is the right answer, but if on this sheet you had entered $91,000 under the credit side for number 21, then over here, or I'm sorry, for number 29, then over here for number 29, you would pick answer choice C. Okay, and then you would go through and pick out all the correct answers for all of those line items that you see 29 through 44 right here. Okay. Then, starting with question 45, or as it's numbered in the exam, question 30, This is where the numbers get thrown off a little bit because your exam treats all of these as if they're one question. But you can see over here you get 16 points for that versus just the 1 point that you get for each of these other questions. So this is actually 16 questions, but your exam treats it like one in Blackboard. So you'll see that I've gone in and added the numbering in the actual question body, number 45, and that's what you're going to want to use and correspond it to number 45 on your resource document. Okay, so you have 4 journal entries here, number 45, 46, 47, and 48, and you'll see those right here. And again, you want to pay attention to the number that's inside the question and not the one that is auto-generated by Blackboard. And then starting with what Blackboard calls 34 and what you see numbered here, 49 through 64, that's going to be your adjusted trial balance on your resource document. So you'll see the numbers corresponding there. And then finally we close it out with one final true or false question. And be sure to answer this one correctly because as you can see that one is an attempt for me to give you some extra points, but it's only going to help you if you in fact answer that one correctly. Okay, so if you have any questions let me know, but that should be it and you should be good to go. Good luck.